Well, hello there and welcome to another video. Just before we get to the main event, I'd like to remind you that on Mondays at 3 o'clock we normally release a campsite review video, what's not to like. And what about your visits and trips videos, I hear you say? Well, normally we release those at 4:30 on a Wednesday and 6 o'clock on a Friday, so midweek and weekend inspiration. And we do reviews and tips as well, and they can happen anytime, normally on the days where other videos aren't releasing, so keep an eye out for those. Please do like, comment and subscribe. What's new, I hear you say? Coming soon are On Air, get it? Podcast, Sundays at 7 o'clock. Don't forget to click the bell to be notified when we go live. Right, well, hello there. We are arriving at Croom. Really starting to notice all the trees are starting to look full now. Okay, so we turn right here apparently. Okay, so this looks like the entrance to Croom. There we go. Now, does it still stand that most of these places have a good car park? Apologies folks, here we are again with more rain, and so we've got a slightly under the umbrella view. Well, here we go then, and according to the Natural Trust website, there's more than meets the eye at Croom. Owned by the Coventry family since the 16th century, Croom has a fascinating history. The Coventrys used their wealth from successes as statesmen and lawyers, colonial connections and advantageous marriages to create this magnificent place. And of the landscape then, Croom was Capability Brown's first commission. Not only did he redesign the whole landscape, but also remodelled Croome Court. The history of Croome Court is fairly eclectic. Having been the family home for the Coventry family since the 16th century, it was also a Catholic school and a base for the Hare Christian movement in the UK. Hopefully it'll be a nice, enjoyable wander around the house. Apparently this house it's had a bit of a checkered history. Apparently, I'll have to look at the history and I'll do some sort of voiceover for that, but George Harrison was involved in it at one point, I think. And it was a boys' school. And it's sort of a house with a history, so it's not like some of the National Trust houses that have lots of furniture in place and all that kind of thing. Oh well. I'm glad I brought my umbrella because it's quite the walk. Alright. There's the church. So the historic church is open, so have a look in there. There you go, there's a short walk around the church, and now let's get ourselves into that Capability Brown landscaping and make our way up to the main house. This for me is one of the most exciting things of visiting these old houses. When you first go inside and you start to see what is normally a grand experience of, what wealth can buy you, or in the past what wealth could buy you. This particular house though is rather lacking in furniture, but not in grandeur, I would say. You have to use a bit of imagination to try and visualise what this house would have been like. And there are some pieces of furniture that stand out, such as the Robert Adams scroll sofa and a collection of chinaware, and also some painted walls and painted ceilings. And we have to remember, like we've already said, that this house has been through many pairs of hands, such as the Coventry family originally, the Hare Christian movement, a Catholic school, and also a property developer. And this is interesting because of the way the property developer developed the bathroom. Yeah, this is what the property developer did to the bathroom. Look at the size of that bath. And you also see on the entry to the house downstairs that the bath was put over the top of what used to be the main entranceway, which wasn't quite strong enough to hold it, so you can see cracks beginning to show. I thoroughly enjoyed a walk through the basement of this property, which you don't usually get to have a little rummage around. I also saw a knife washing machine and some rather decorative flagstone floors. Well, as houses go, this one was pretty empty inside, but I knew that, to be honest. I'd seen that, but still interesting to walk around though. If you look at the floors and the walls, and there's some interesting bits and bobs, like a stained glass window that was found when they were excavating something. It's an interesting house. It's got a bit of a checkered history, like I might have said earlier on. A really nice feature of this landscaping is you might be able to see it, that there's almost like circular clusters of trees and bushes and all that kind of thing. I think very few of the trees were left when they did the landscaping. And the lake, I guess the kind of rivery bit, all hand dug out. Might have to go up the top there. I'm not sure. Okay, well, we have scanned our membership at reception. I think we've got at the top here, and then possibly back through the gold garden. I was thinking on the way into this property, as I kind of turned in, just how green everything's starting to look now. I suppose we are April, but still nice to see. Whew. That's a workout. That was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that walk round. I would say that the house is a bit bare of furniture, but there's a lot to see of the style of house, and I really liked going down into the basement. You don't always get to do that at these places. If the weather had been better, I seem to keep saying that when I go to these places, it would have been absolutely lovely to wander around the grounds more. The grounds of this house are stunning, and then you've got the church, then the rotunda as well, which was really good. And then also, if you're interested, which I was, there was an RAF museum on site, which was quite nice, all talking about how radar works and all that kind of thing, which I find interesting, so that was good. Yeah, overall worthwhile stop, that one. Right, now it's off to the Tewkesbury Abbey CAMC site, so see you there.